Welcome. It's time to jump into this week's Torah portion and see what lessons we can learn and what insights can help us for the future. This week's Parsha, Parshas Eikev. So the Parsha begins, V'haya Eikev Tishma Eis Mishpatim Eila. They uses the word Eikev, and you should listen to the Mishpatim, these laws. But Eikev also has the same meaning as the heel. So what's the point of this, and why? By Eikev Tishma, you should listen to these laws. What's the significance of using the word Eikev and Mishpatim? So we know there's three categories of mitzvot. There are the mitzvahs that make sense, Mishpatim, like not killing, not stealing, etc. Things that make sense to us that we would do even if the Torah had not said anything about it. Then you have Edus, which are the mitzvahs that don't make sense originally at the outset. But once Hashem gives a reason for doing that mitzvah, then it makes sense. For example, Shabbos. So seemingly doesn't make any sense. Why all of a sudden, random day of the week, we're just not doing a whole bunch of these work? So it explains that this is a day of rest, and how do you rest by not doing the work, and what's considered work? Work is all things other than Mishkan, because that's what those are all ideas of working. So we understand, okay, it's a day of rest, etc. The holidays, each one's commemorating something else, so it's in honor of that. We do different types of things, whether it's making a sukkah because the Jews build sukkos, or Passover, so there's the matzah, which is Jews. Everything has a connection, so it makes sense after being explained. And then you have the last category of a chok, which is something that doesn't make any sense, and we don't have any reasons. We do it because God said. And the significance of using the word Eikev in connection to Mishpatim, because Mishpatim are seemingly they are the mitzvahs that make sense to us. So Eikev has the same meaning as the heel of a foot. Why? What does a heel mean? Again, what is the Hasidic meaning of a heel? So in Hasidics, we kind of use the body as a whole as an example, and the heel being opposite of the brain. The brain is where you think and make sense. But Eikev, the heel, is more of the meaning in Chassidus is Kabbalah's all, which is accepting upon the yoke of God, of heaven, doing what He says, just doing what God said because He said it, and if we do it, we don't ask any questions. The feet, if you have hot water, you stick the foot in. It could handle. It doesn't have a thinking part to it. That's my own words. But the point is that the heel is representative of a Kabbalah's all, a just accepting without asking type of mentality, and that should be the reason why we're using the word Eikev. And Mishpatim is that the Mishpatim mitzvahs that make sense to us, and that we would do anyways. They should be done in a way of Kabbalah's all. The Yisai, the foundation of it, should be Kabbalah's all, meaning we should do mitzvahs and do the Torah because God said to do it. Now, the question is, you're going to say, but are we allowed to ask questions against the mitzvahs or against God, sort of say? The point is, yes, of course you get asked, and it's important to learn and ask and try figuring out and reason and get as much reason as you can. Judaism doesn't have an issue about asking questions about the Torah. We want you to ask questions. We want you to try learning more and questioning things. But the point is that the Yisai, that the foundation of Torah mitzvahs should be Kabbalah Sol. You do it. Meaning, if we have questions and there's things that get in the way and maybe things don't make sense all the time, it's okay. It's not a contradiction. We have to be able to understand that we have to do Torah mitzvahs no matter what, and we might have some questions along the way, and there's things that are going to happen that won't make sense. And you say, God is everywhere. There's a whole bunch of these godly questions. The point is that it's okay to ask the questions, but don't let that stop you from doing the mitzvahs. So you have to do the mitzvahs as the Kabbalah's all, because Hashem said. And asking questions shouldn't get in the way of that. You should do the mitzvahs no matter what, and that's why the Parsha starts off with this pasuk by Eikev Tishma Eis Mishpatim, that the Mishpatim should be done in the way of Eikev, of a heel of Kabbalah's all, that we should do the mitzvahs no matter what. And the reasoning, we shouldn't do the mitzvahs because only because it makes sense, but we should do it because God said to do it. And the question that we might have on that shouldn't take us away from doing the actual practical application of these Torah mitzvahs. We should still do it, and questions are fine. And if you don't have the answer, it doesn't mean you should stop doing whatever it is. It just means that you have a question, and whatever questions we have in this world, whether things make sense, and there's a lot of questions out there. The point is, Mashiach comes, Messiah eventually soon comes, very soon. We'll have all the answers to these questions, but for right now, we should keep on doing as much as we can, and that's our mission. So, have a good Shabbos. Hope we enjoyed that, and see you guys next week. And again, just keep on doing good, keep on doing more Torah, learn more Torah, doing mitzvos, and that's the message, that's the point. And we can't answer we don't have the answer to all the world's problems, but we could do our part and try and do as much as we can. All right, thanks so much. Wait, don't go anywhere. Did you hit the subscribe button? Oh, you did already? Wait, you didn't? Why not? Click the subscribe button, hit the like button, and then that's it. Sei gesund, ja, shkoyach.